progress.
Yes, notice posted
Posted? Yeah.
as required.
As required. We got a roll call?
Don't need it for,
Oh, you better not, because it's in my car.
Okay, well, we have Barbara.
Barbara, John, George, Denny.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10.
Okay.
Don't need a quorum either.
Okay. Don't need any comments. Review the minutes. Financial matters.
Everything should be, I've already gotten the financial documents from the accountant, so that'll all be ready with the manager's report on Friday.
Okay.
I do have some financial things.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to report that you and I, Steve, went over and talked to our people at Edward Jones, and we now at this present time have CDs, 5 of them, with the average rate is at 4.75%. So this should be generating somewhere in the neighborhood of about $38,000 in the next 18 months. And I'll have a more detailed report at the meeting on Monday.
Wow.
Have you gotten the 2 things from them? From Edward Jones, the emails?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes. Up to and including, I've got the list right here of our investments. We have one that is not completed as yet, but it will be, but the others are complete at the present time. I got a feeling, Steve, you know, when you write a check like we did, they don't exactly have that for immediate transfer to the but we've got 4 out of the 5 that we ordered.
Right, yeah. All right, well, we should probably make a file and get some of that paperwork at least here in the office.
Absolutely. In fact, I think my objective it will be to get at least Secretary and of course Maggie and John for report purposes. This file that we have together here. So, bottom line, we'll have a little more detail on Monday.
Yeah, he hadn't contacted you about getting John and Maggie, you know, hooked up so that they can call.
They have the method of doing that. They have something. They haven't told me how to do it yet.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be just a matter of like we do with the checking account and so on. Yeah. And then I will also be sure to take Bob Carey over there. And at that time, she'll do the same thing we did, Steve.
Okay, very good.
They told me.
John, I have a question.
Yes.
Other than Wildwood Springs, is anybody else making money off of this? Is there any kind of commission or fee or anything that somebody's making?
Any commission or fee that is being made on this does not affect our return on investment.
That wasn't what I asked. I asked if there is anyone else making money.
Edward Jones may have some fee built into their loaning process or whatever, but there is no cost to us beyond what we have right here at 4.85, 4.75, and 4.8. So, no, there are no commissions, but I believe that Edward Jones, having bulk money like this, has probably got some method of making some money on it, but I can assure you it's not as much as, or it isn't very much. We asked him that question, I think it was either maybe a couple $100.
Yeah, I think that's what he said, because we're a non-profit, the fee was like really nothing.
There's a trade fee built into the,
Oh, hi, Barb.
Hi. Yeah, from the documents you sent me, there's a trade fee built into it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is what we have on our paperwork as the return on investment is what we get. So all that takes place before we get our return. So.
Well, he did tell me which cartel the money has been placed with. So.
The number 7 guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I have a question.
By the way, George,
Yeah,
This, I don't know if you were in the meetings that we had earlier, but there is a computer readout, that a program that all of these investment companies get, and it's a list of CDs that are available at certain rates, and that's where he comes from. If we'd gone to Merrill Lynch or anybody else, it would have been exactly the same, but we weren't getting that same kind of effort by the skimming account process that we have in place. But now we have both of both worlds, so to speak. We at this time have, or will have, we have 4 CDs, and we'll have a 5th one coming on, I believe, before the meeting.
Very good. Okay.
sounds good.
We got a question here.
Since we have more or less a long-term, short-term investment for, what, 18 months?
No, they're scheduled on 3-month rotation.
Okay.
So one will become available every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
For reinvestment or
Yeah,
for
and we'll
cash?
reinvest it, and
Okay.
that will,
Are there any penalties if they have to be pulled early?
Not the way it's set up.
not the way it's set up.
I mean, with only 90-day renewals, I mean,
There
we
are-
still have 700 and some odd thousand liquid. So, and then, 250 would come due in the 9 days again. And from our investment plan that coincides with the expense plan, there should never be an issue.
Okay.
Okay. All right, investment program, and we just covered that. Accounts receivable.
We'll
Is
go
that
over that, but, that'll be part of the
part of
report.
the meeting?
Yeah.
Legal units, legal problems?
Well, I may have some update on the bank situation for the unit 364. I got something yesterday that the judge was going to rule on in the next couple of days, whether we're going to get all the money we should get or not.
Or
And,
part?
Yeah, but I don't know yet. But
What's the difference in that?
well, the difference is the 1 year versus $12,000. So there's a difference of $9,000 depending on the judge. I can't see how the judge rules against us, but the bank, who knows?
All right, old business?
Okay, 559, the unit owner is back in. I did a walkthrough with the contractor, and everything seemed to be in order. I sent an email to Ms. West asking her if she had any issues. She has not answered me. So I don't know if she has a couple issues or not, but the final bill to the contractor we have here to sign today, $18,773. Somewhat about what we anticipated. By the time we add the $1,500 for the building permit that had to be written, it'll get somewhere around $21,000. But we know it's all done.
Yeah.
There's
If we
no
would have
issues.
tented and spent 20,000, we
No
would
guarantee.
be
Well, the best
nowhere
price was
ahead.
24 to start with.
24, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think that,
so I haven't heard back from Miss West, so I guess we're okay.
all right, second floor entry slab renovations.
As you recall, you allowed me to go to another contractor, and of course we got caught up in the Christmas holidays. The contractor has contacted me. He's going to send his representative out probably between Christmas and New Year's to make a determination of which unit to be done next. And if it goes well, we'll just hit the ground running.
Okay. Okay, I won't be-
Not doing any right now, but.
Nothing now, but there is some major renovation going on. Unit 559, I believe it is, Mr. Gerwe, or 553, it's one of them. No, 559 we've done.
Yeah.
Mr. Gerwe is, I think, 562, but anyway, he will start, there's a header above his sliders that is dropped down, and Rapasi will be doing that, and it's starting the day after Christmas. And unfortunately, 417, which has been totally renovated, yesterday when Steve and I were doing our rounds, they were taking the gutter off. Well, they took the fascia off, nothing but wood rot behind it, so we're gonna have to replace a beam there too. So it just keeps on. But it wasn't termites, it was just rot.
Yeah.
And we're fixing,
We're in an age.
for the owner of 220, who just moved over from 707 or wherever he was, he's gonna have that expense of fixing the stucco on the outside. And we currently have our concrete contractor working on those 2 lightning strikes, one on H and one in 600.
What happened to 220 that the stucco got goofed up?
In the back, it's between the upper lower is stucco buckled, so it has to be taken off and restuccoed. But the owner's going to pay for that.
How'd that happen?
Moisture.
Really? Wow.
Was it
Well, they're
frozen?
in Minnesota, so this is a good time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they knew that it was going to happen while they were away. Yeah. So
Discussion on the automatic pool spa chemical feeders.
I'm beginning to wonder if we're ever going to hear from these people. As of present, I have nothing to report on that.
Okay. Alright, audit?
Okay, all the paperwork, or at least the connections with the auditor and our bookkeeper have been made for this year's audit. There's been several communication going back between the auditor and the bookkeeper, taking a look, and I know that they have the facts and figures of the transfers and things like that in hand. So obviously they won't finish until the end of December, but they've done their initial work on the audit.
How are we doing on the holiday collection?
It's come in very well. Looks like we'll get approximately what they got last year, which was 1,500 plus, something of that nature.
What's the deadline on that?
The deadline is on next Monday.
Okay, good. I gotta get over there.
Okay.
And their luncheon is on Friday?
No,
that week?
this year we're gonna, we pushed it back a little bit to give everybody a chance to get the monies in. So our luncheon's gonna be on Tuesday, Christmas week, a week from today.
Okay. Do you need anything for that?
Well,
That's the board meeting day too.
no, that's
Oh,
Monday.
that's Monday.
Yeah. It's always nice if somebody wants to come by and say hello, because the boys always appreciate
And it's
it.
at their regular lunchtime?
Yeah, it's gonna be their regular
it's
lunch, because then we
extended?
give them the afternoon off,
Oh, okay.
so they can go
Good.
spend their money.
So their wives can go
Tuesday.
spend their money?
That's nice.
At noon time?
Yeah.
Yes, huh? They haven't decided what they wanted yet, so I don't know.
Alright, new business, communications,
There'll be 1 or 2.
okay. Schedule?
Well, it's time to schedule the February courtyard sale and the spring function if you wish to do so.
Ooh,
Easy for me to say.
yeah.
Say that real fast.
I mean, spring function.
Alright, well, the courtyard sale, and,
It's gonna be the first Saturday in February.
first Saturday in February.
Okay.
So that is.
I wrote it down, but I can't remember what it was.
My calendar
9 to
says.
1.
And before she left, Cynthia and I were talking that perhaps it should be, the spring fling should be in March before everybody leaves, rather than
Yeah.
April.
That's what I was gonna, when we got to it. Yeah, she said the same thing to me.
The fourth,
That's the
Fourth.
first.
February 4th will
February
be,
4th for your
Oh, that's correct.
yard sales.
anybody wants to sell their courtyard.
I take it, Chris, you'll get that up on the website?
Sure.
Okay.
We can do it, we'll do it here.
Oh,
We'll do it, Chris, we'll do
Never
it.
mind.
Yeah.
It'll be done here. My bad. Alright, spring fling, March. What are we looking at then?
It's usually a Saturday.
Yeah,
After St. Patrick's Day, probably.
That'd be good.
When's Easter this coming year? It's not March, is it?
no, it's April.
Early April?
Yeah, I believe. No, looks like it's the 2nd.
Easter's the 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people leave right before Easter, so if we could get it before Easter, I mean, like maybe the 3rd week of March?
Yeah, like 18th or 25th.
18th, the 25th is the last,
Yeah,
what?
let's do.
Yeah.
How about the 18th?
Sounds
Any
good to
problems
me.
with that? We'll, I guess, talk about it more in the board meeting. Let's tentatively say the 18th.
Even renters, people that come and rent will be here still, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the board meeting will be the 13th, so it'll be out of the way.
Okay.
Be early that month. Oh, that's the annual meeting too. Ha ha ha. 13th will be the annual meeting.
Oh, good, we'll need to
Oh, good.
celebrate after all that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, we
So
know.
you get your majority of people, that's for sure.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's tentatively say the 18th. We'll
Well,
see if there's any objections. Meeting
I'll
next week.
try to remember to text Cynthia and see if that's okay.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna check with
3
her.
o'clock,
Find
3
the
o'clock
details.
usually?
Can I just use that for a second?
18th is,
No, the time starting, usually.
well, by,
Yeah, we'll get with Cynthia
They-
on that.
yeah, weather should be good then too.
Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
text her right now.
I know somebody will be happy, right, Leslie?
Very happy.
Must have a agnostic calendar, I'm telling you what Easter is here.
Yeah, well, I think it's his 9th.
Yeah.
Just mine has little dots. Tell me there's something on that
Something,
weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Manager's report, committee report, director's report. Do we want to talk about the insurance?
Yeah, I'm going to, I got a note up there when
Okay.
you were ready.
Well, let's,
I didn't want to talk about it, but we're gonna have to.
yeah, we're gonna
Got a
have.
very disconcerting phone call from our agent yesterday, advising us to seriously consider getting our roof inspections for citizens. He's very concerned that no underwriter will take our entire property. ACIC, who have been our insurance agent for 8 years now, has indicated that there may not be renewing properties that were built before 2000.
Which makes absolutely no sense, because our buildings are probably better
Doesn't
built
matter.
than anything has
Yeah.
been built since 2000.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
the frustrating thing,
Crazy.
no question about it.
Just ludicrous.
And it's his advice that we expend this money in case. I don't know. It's $6,000 to inspect buildings that we may not have to use, and it's a hard call.
Yeah. And if we wait, we can end up scrambling.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we wait another 30 days, Joe, because I mean, the renewal is not going to be till February.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's due March
What I said
11th.
to him was, I said, "Is this a guarantee?" And he said, "Well, let me get in touch with the underwriter to see what the underwriter is going to tell me." And apparently, the underwriter said, "We will consider renewing, but we won't take the entire value." In other words,
Prorated.
they may take, we're at 92 million, so maybe they'll take 40 million, and we'll have to layer the rest of it, which, you know, a year ago when they were selling these products, they were saying, hey, that's beneficial, if we layer, we'll save you money. And then he said to me, well, if you layer, it's gonna cost more. And I said, whoa, what happened to less? And he said, well, that was then and this is now. Less marketplaces, less insurance places to go to. So I'm not clear yet, and let me try to find out,
Okay.
is if we get a partial underwrite, can we go to other insurance companies, or must we go to the citizens for the rest of it? If that's the case, then we're gonna have to do this inspection. It costs a minimum of $6,000, because we have 40 buildings to inspect.
The $6,000, the interest that we're gonna get on these CDs, is that available for budget purposes, or does it have to go back into the, reserve fund?
Well, it would go into reserves, and I would believe that any type of study for the long-term use of the capital asset, it could be used for that.
I was just thinking that might be a place to, you know, that isn't budgeted to
Yeah.
get that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
So would it be reasonable to take the partial coverage and self-insure for the rest?
Not allowed to self-insure.
Yeah.
Not even with partial, no?
No.
All right.
No, the law is that we have to insure to value totally with some sort of agency.
Okay.
The money, or the
if we went with the 42,000 or
Million.
whatever, million,
40 million,
yeah, 42 million, sorry. With ACIC, would there be other markets for the?
That's what I have to find out,
Available.
yeah, that's what I have to find out, because, if we're gonna go to the citizens anyway, then we gotta get the report and gotta do it.
Yeah.
If he's saying no, there'll be others there. Now, I said, if we go to citizens, will it be much higher? And he said, no, it'll probably be within the 30% that we've put in the budget, but the coverage is not as pervasive. With citizens does not give law and ordinance coverage, which we currently have. And law and ordinance coverage is if you lose a building and you build it, they pay for the upgrade of the codes from where the building was in 1980 when they were built. The codes are different, and there'd be certain upgrades required. We wouldn't have to pay for that under our current coverage. We might have to if we go to citizens.
That completes the
Barbara?
Barbara?
Yes, hi. So John, so in the beginning, when we were switching insurance agents, he was big, one of the big selling points was down the road, looking into this laddering. So is he leaving us to our own devices now that we have to research?
No.
Companies?
No, he wants us to be prepared if we have to go to citizens first. That's by doing this study. Secondarily, no, they would do the hunt and pecking for the laddering.
Okay.
But he said the market's much more constrictive than it was last year, and so therefore the savings that may have been received may not be there this year. That's what his main point is.
Sorry, I misunderstood that. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem. Whew. Alright, so,
Always something, isn't it?
yeah, not the truth.
That's Rosanna Dana.
Right.
There's always something.
Alright.
Give her another drink.
I don't need
How many of those have you got?
I don't need a drink. That's the whole problem.
Alright. Director's
So-
comments?
Those of you who are not here are missing out. Cookie brought liquor for everybody in chocolate bottles, so that's what we're having party with.
My only comment was, I already made it to John, was we need to replace those stupid bows that are out there because they're ugly.
There are.
Yep, they're very, when they got up, they were sad, but it was already
Some
up,
of them are.
you know, but next year, I mean,
Yeah.
immediately after Christmas, when the sales are, we're gonna buy all new products.
And some beautiful new wreaths for the front side
Yes.
of Cortez.
Yes.
Because those are looking a little tacky
That's
too.
what they were looking at the other day, remember? We
Smart.
couldn't
Yeah,
figure out.
yeah.
John,
Yes, sir.
is there any, are they gonna replace that light over on 34th Street entrance? I know it's not ours to do, but.
I've contacted the president of one of the Wildwood twos, and they're aware of it now.
They were actually removing their brush today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've talked to their management company twice, and, I don't know. It's supposedly, yeah, it's very dark over there, and
Yes.
it's potentially a real hazard.
Is all that brush on Oakview Drive all from one association over there?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's being,
Well,
Tom just said it's being picked up today.
I have a question. What was that one big pile still on on our boulevard that was on Spring Lake side? And they picked up everything else, but they left that one big pile. What was that?
Well, they got it.
They
came
got
back.
I know, but why did they leave
I
it?
think the truck was full.
Oh. Because I'd heard there was some controversy. They were blaming us for putting our stuff over there.
Oh.
Oh, no.
We put ours out on the street on 43rd. We did.
And they picked it up.
We put up several out
I
there.
think we should just keep putting it out there.
Well,
Let 'em
if
pick
they
it
can
up.
get it out there, why not?
Yeah.
We pay taxes.
Well, no, I think they've stopped that program now. That all was part of the, you know, I don't think if we continue to put that out of there, we would probably, the boys would get arrested or something like that.
Well, fortunately, we don't have any hurricanes.
Alright, any director's comments?
That was mine.
Barb? George? You gotta unmute.
Yes, I would like to, at the meeting, remind speakers to announce who they are.
I'm aware.
At the last meeting at the church, just the one lady said who she was and where she was from, and the other 3 or 4 speakers, I was unclear of who they were.
Good point. Okay, we'll remind them.
Thank you.
I thought we
I guess I
must
knew.
have missed on a couple
Yeah,
there. I thought we got most of them to say who they were.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that, George.
Yeah, no, the only one that announced herself was the one lady that she was up there a couple of times. But everyone else that spoke didn't say who they were.
Alright,
I just got a text back from Cynthia that 18th of March is fine, St. Patty's weekend.
Yes.
That'll
Okay.
be fun.
okay, alright, well, the 18th of March, looks like it's good for the,
So
spring
we
fling.
don't drink here.
Leftover
we
green
have-
beer. Leftover green
Yeah,
beer.
we'll have leftover green beer.
That's only if you're in Chicago. It's a river, everything.
Chicago River.
Yeah, there we are. Anybody else, anything? Any owners? I don't have any owners here.
Well,
Excuse me,
no. Keep up the good work.
we'll try. Alright, anything else?
That's it.
No, we're good? Alright,
Wow.
very good, we're done.
Okay, way to